Fantastic.
And we are so late to the party. I have been wanting to watch this match all week. Haven't had time.
Unfortunately, with the difference of our schedules, we just didn't have time to do them.
What's a differential rate of our scheduling?
Yep, exactly.
Opposite ends of the earth. And so we finally are able to sit down and watch the first match, which was our buddies, the Real Rejects, taking on
Wildberries.
The Wildberries.
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 The Wildberries. And I can't wait to see how this event, transpired, how it played out, how it ended up being a success, because from what we heard from everybody that went, it was a success.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't make it, and it sucks because we would love to be in attendance to all of these live events that they have, and I'm glad that they did this, and I'm so excited to watch it now, though.
So speaking of which, before we get into that reaction, we actually were able to create an event here in Tucson, Arizona for Arizona. It is going to be the Free for All 2 viewing party at No Anchovies in the heart of the UofA. We picked a place, we sicked Tim. We said, hey Tim, go make it happen. And Tim made it happen. So we are going to be putting together a big event here in town, and we are so excited to have anybody who wants to be here.
If you're
be here.
able to come to Tucson, Arizona on April 13th, which is a Friday, please join us. It will be a lot of fun. Even if you do live here and you don't know what the movie Trivia Schmoedown is all about, come hang out with us.
And you're probably not watching this video, so tell your friends, get your family, everybody to go. It'll be a lot of fun. So let's get into the battle between the Wildberries and the Real Rejects.
You never know. People could be like, oh, what's that? And then they click on it for a second, and then...
It's true, but they probably clicked off when they're like, with the reaction. And then we have a hashtag who you got for this one. I already picked earlier when we posted pictures.
Real Rejects.
It's the Rejects, man. Reject Nation. Our friends Greg, our friends John.
We gotta go with fellow reactors.
Absolutely. Our reactive brethren, the reaction faction. We're trying to make it happen. So let's get into this. That was mine. Who's yours?
Real Rejects, duh.
Of course, duh. So let's get into it now.
Uh-oh.
Christian. Hey.
Yeah.
Just wanted to talk to you real quick before the event tonight's going to be awesome.
It is.
Tom Cruise.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
It looked like Kings for a second.
Got a lot of stuff going on, but I think we're going to get it done and we're going to pull it off.
I hope so.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Are you heading there right now?
That was the plan. I got to get dressed. I got to go. I got to meet Mark.
All right.
What do you need?
Well, just real quick. I
don't like these real quick things.
I've been watching the tape. And there was the top 10 match, and there was the Shire Wolves. I don't know what's going on with these questionable calls.
You could have had my back at the table instead of like in the interview to make yourself look good.
I'm trying to help you as much as I can. I want to maybe we start switching out other people at the desk. Maybe.
You're trying to diminish my role?
No. I'm trying to help you. I don't want you to be held out to dry because of these calls. So I'm doing what I can to try to even it out and get.
Or we can make a rule thing and like I've been asking you to do and put it up there every day and make sure people know all the rules.
I'm working on that.
Oh,
I'm trying to get that. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of rules.
You told me at the Spectacular after 6 months this is over. I get my position back. It's been about 6 months. Hand it over. Let's get it done.
About that, I mean, there's a clause in there that if there's too many complaints behind the scenes, that it's kind of like a power of attorney thing. Did you really not read the contract?
I needed to read that fucking contract.
I have it in my email. I'll send you the PDF just so you can get used to it or something.
Nobody reads the freaking contract. It's like the iTunes thing. Nobody reads those.
I got like 3 more boxes in the back, so I gotta go do that.
Emma! Dale the Dude!
Taylor!
Kalinowski. We're just going to say everyone's name.
Yeah. Random Schmoedown fan that we don't know your name
Yet.
Yeah, look at get the merch done.
So cool.
Look at everyone all excited to meet the peeps.
It's her usual pose too. The point. And
This is hanging over there for sure. See, look, there's very little white here too. So you really got to be a professional about this. So you do Mark on that letter, then you do Ellis
Could
on
do
this
that, but you
letter,
totally
then you do your personal signature.
could've gone a
right
silver marker.
There we go.
Permanent
That's how you
marker
autograph
as
a shirt.
Clark!
You are the father.
Captain Wildberries,
Am I excited? Yes, I'm excited to see Roman lose. Anytime I come to America, there's a possibility where Roman could lose. It's a good day.
No, boo. Look at that. Look at that turnout.
Hey, Snap.
Look at Snap. And it's so awesome, like,
This is in
guys.
the back. It's so tall.
Yeah, but like sitting there, I bet, like looking and seeing all of the competitors, are like, oh my god, there's that. Like, it's,
In there.
yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we still do that when we go.
Every
so.
time. Just try not to be creepy about it. Ah, I like the little crowd reaction.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown! Two matches at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood, California! And now your hosts, Mark and Christian! Mark Ellis, Christian Harloff, the Schmoes!
Is that Thad announcing?
Yeah. Yeah, get that Avengers theme in there.
Little taste of Sylvester.
Let's go nuts!
Yeah.
Let's go nuts! There it is! The fucking Schmoedown live!
Your donuts made me go nuts! That's what I would have That's what I would have said when he's like, let's go nuts. I'd be like, your donuts made me go nuts!
Absolutely, man. We are ready to rock this. Absolutely, Mark. We finally got
I
it
can
done.
feel the
man.
energy just coming,
Finally got it
the
done.
hype.
Live
Christian's
Schmoedown
hyped.
here. And look, people are
Ellis is
driving
used to
out,
it. He's
like,
Yeah,
like, I
he's
always
like-
come out to a
all
crowd.
over the country. This guy came from fucking Tatooine, I think. What?
Somebody came from as far as Denmark.
That's crazy. Just for
Here
this.
today.
Just for this.
Somebody flew in from Denmark. He is a direct descendant of Hans Christian Andersen,
Right.
who was a big fan of the Schmoedown.
Or Hans Gruber. We don't know yet.
It was the bad guy in Die Hard. Hopefully that's not a question because we just gave away the answer.
I apologize. Yeah, I mean, you talk about as far as like what's going to happen here tonight, and that was one of the things that we did. We got to meet a lot of you guys beforehand, talk to a bunch of you guys, look at the shirts that people are coming in, and then the question, which we can get from a round of applause right now. It's pretty easy. So let me ask you a question: who's pulling for the Real Rejects tonight?
Woo!
A lot of Real Rejects fans.
That wasn't great.
I thought it was good.
That wasn't great.
Well, let's try it again. How about who's pulling for the Wildberries?
Oh, damn.
Wildberries got some fans. Wildberries got some fans.
But
Wildberries got some fans. And here's the craziest part. They haven't won a fucking match.
yeah, they got some love. But I think when people hear the name Wildberries,
It's the heart
their
that counts,
instinct is
okay?
to yell whether they love them or hate them.
Right.
So a lot of the noise you just heard was people who actually hate the Wildberries.
Well, they like to yell at themselves. They don't even know what they're saying.
Josh McCougar's been screaming at himself for
Right.
an hour backstage.
Right. He wakes up going, "The Wildberries!" But yeah, look. So we had that. That was a lot of fun to see. There were people dressed like the Wildberries, and it's humbling to see the thing that we came up with, like Mark always says, at a pizza place. Now is this thing. It's this fun thing with all the great competitors here. I mean, we got people here like Rachel the Crusher Cushing is here. Yeah. Big John Schnepp is in the crowd. The classy one herself, Clark Wolf, is here.
Dale the dude.
Team Action, Ben. That's right. See, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. They're here. That's here. That's right. A lot of stuff. I mean, it's really fun. And then, of course, we have our main event tonight.
We have our main event tonight. I mean, like Christian said, it was a dream that we conceived in a pizza place, and now you guys paid money to see it.
Yeah. Well,
we have two incredible matches here today. The undercard's exciting.
Yeah.
The Wildberries versus the Real Rejects. There's two teams that are going to be competing in 3 rounds. They might get 4 answers correct combined.
Right. But it'll be fun. We know it'll be fun with these two, and that's why it just made a lot of sense. Because if you look at both what Greg and John have brought to the league, yeah, I mean, look what John alone did at the free for all last year. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing, and great. They have great chemistry. They've known each other for a very long time. And the Wildberries, it's just like one of those perfect combinations. So McCouga's been in. This is his 3rd team, or maybe even 4th. I don't remember. He was in one at Guilty Movie Pleasures. He was on that team. Then he was with the Mega Powers.
Mega-Powers.
Yeah, you can boo that. That's fine. I think that was it. That was the 2, and then now he found Elliot Dewberry, and they were a match made in hell or heaven, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I think they met in a field, like they were just running
Or a
towards
bar.
each other. Probably a bar.
Probably a bar.
Probably more accurate. And then, I mean, if you talk about Real Rejects, they actually do know some answers. Like you mentioned, John had an amazing run in last year's free-for-all.
Yeah.
I think he stayed for like 15 rounds.
It was
or
something like that. It was just he only was 1 round under Dangerous Dan Merle. Just
So,
1 round under.
Let's say he did 20 rounds, right?
Yeah.
That means that between him and the other guy, they've done 20 rounds in the free-for-all.
Right. Well, we're gonna find out tonight. But again, that's the undercard, and then we're gonna have the main event. And this is what I'm interested to hear. How many of you guys? How do you feel about? I'll just say 3 things. JTE. I knew that was coming. I think I knew that was coming. I think I knew that was coming.
There's people clapping too. I
Some
see
people are
clapping.
Well, I mean, the Lions, Dan, you can say what you want about them too. I mean, they deserve those boos. You deserve those boos. They deserve them. But you can't deny what Snyder and JT have done in this league. You just can't.
What
they've been
done in
champions
this
for over a
league,
year.
They have made people hate Lions more. The Lion King is not going to be as successful.
I saw a guy with a shirt on, and it was for like a soccer team.
You saw a guy with a shirt on?
Just one guy. Everyone else was shirtless. But this one guy, he had a shirt on, and I was like, "Oh, you supporting the Lions?" And he's like, "Fuck no!" I was like, "All right, sorry."
He was angry.
Yeah, it's changing right now. See, he bought a shirt and now he's changing his shirt. But so JT is the thing that JT has right now is that the person that he is playing has never beaten him. They played in 2015, didn't win. Played him in 2016, JT took the titles, and then beat him in 2017 and then 2000.
You've done too many matches.
I know I have. But that person, just curious if there's any support here for the outlaw John Roca. Seems to be. Couple boos.
There it is.
Look at this guy. He's going nuts. I love it. All the belts. Roca's had a couple.
all the belts.
Look, he's had a great career.
I think it
He's
was
had a
more
great
of like
career. He's
the
never had a man
overall
in
all
front
the
of
belts.
Various
I'm gonna
nipples and
believe it.
support.
Can't
Versus
you?
for everything. No, it's true. John Roca, though, if you look at what Roca did, I mean, I give John Roca all the credit in the world. When I was coming up with the idea for the WWE portion of this, and I called Roca, I mean, he got it right away. And we started thinking about the outlaw and everything, too. And he wanted in. That man's match happens, and then it moves on. And John Roca really became like the first like superstar of the league. There's no doubt about it. And he won the title from Merle. He did the impossible. He beat Merle. And then that Patriots thing's just been haunting him. That JTE, he just can't do it. And then, you know, the respin happens. And, I knew it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean-
I made a fucking error, all right? Made one mistake. Give me a break. I'm not a commission. Dad's the commission. He should have overruled it. So, Dad, you prick.
He's literally not the commissioner. I can adjudicate everything he's saying. Backstage,
Right.
Christian tries to pipe up. Thad shuts him right down.
That's right. Well, he loves it. He comes out here. He told the crowd to go after themselves before he's getting a little pompous.
So basically, your headlining match is JT and Roca. It's somebody
Yeah.
who can't talk versus somebody who can't write. Should be a really good match.
But anyway, so that's the point. And that did say in the beginning of this thing, you guys should do exactly what you just did. It's like, go nuts. And if you want to chant, chant. It's the answers. Don't scream out answers. But yes, you should chant. You should get into it. That's the point of this. Root for the characters you want. Get into it. They will start to you'll see them kind of explode once you guys do the same thing. We're here for a show. We're going to give you a show. Let's start the fucking Schmoedown. All right.
In terms of knowledge, John and I, my brain is okay. His brain, okay. You put both of us together, we're like Bradley Cooper and Limitless. Scarlett Johansson and Lucy. Christian Harloff in the Schmoedown.
The guy from the Limitless TV show in the Limitless TV show. Better hold on to your nuts, guys, because we're coming for all 4 of them, assuming that you are in good health.
I love them. He was pointing at us.
My team.
We were there.
You know what? Cody, hit the music. Is it up there? The Wildberries! Yeah! We deserve all the matches! None of the belts, all the matches!
And none of those little tricks!
Ooh, I trained for a marathon! Marathons are for cool people! Don't leave,
Is it safe? Is it safe in the marathon?
Jogging! Ooh, cool! Good for you!
I love all of them though so much.
And now there's a thing called the thorn bush, full of wild berries. And you're goddamn right, we're coming for all of you. Can you taste it? Woo!
The reject.
Almost broke the TV.
Still taste it? Wild berries! You know what that taste is. It's a wild berry and it's inside your mouth.
That's what she said.
I love them.
All right. So you got the Wildberries and the real rejects about to go head to head, but I got a special treat for you guys because that's what I do. I put in some special treats, something maybe you didn't expect, something that wasn't on the bill here.
Who likes Rice Krispie treats?
No,
Raise your
Rice-
hand.
no, no,
He
no,
made
no,
them
no,
himself.
I got something a little better. I got something a little better than that.
They have weed in them.
There's somebody here tonight that I didn't get a chance to introduce that I think that I want to get their take on the matches we're going to see tonight. Someone that I think it would be nice for you guys to see. And I'm going to give them the same introduction that I would in a match. Introducing first, he is the 2017 free-for-all winner.
Oh,
He is
Levine.
the 2017
He's
Player
a champ,
of the
man.
Year. The 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown Single and Team winner.
He's gonna come out though so
And
much.
here comes the bus. The bus is rolling up, and the thing opens. Do you need to lift? And he just lifts.
Undisputed
Quoting Ferris Bueller,
Hell yeah.
but quoting it moment by moment.
Yeah.
You want a gummy bear? It's been warm and chewy in my pocket. You shouldn't be throwing anybody with your bad knee at.
The champ is here, ladies
Look
and
at him.
gentlemen.
Say
The
hi to
glorious
his
one.
kingdom.
Sam, please take a seat over there. We'll grab the mic if you don't mind. I'd like to ask you a couple questions about the match.
Yeah. This is
All
very
right.
comfortable.
It's very comfortable. Sorry
Sam,
about
how many inches have you grown since having that belt?
I have lost 3 inches. This thing is much heavier than it looks.
That's what she said.
Now, I want to ask you real
Wow.
quick because you are a student of this game, hence why you've been just dominant the last year. Thank you very much for that. Spectacular. That was fun. So, if you were to give your expertise on the first match here with the Wildberries and Real Rejects, who wins and why?
Oh man, this is a tough one because I do love both of these teams, but I gotta say, anyone who can drink and movie trivia at the same time is gonna get my vote. So I gotta go Wildberries tonight.
It's not proven that they can do that. They're 0-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you can
they're
hear
own to-
questions.
I didn't say they're good at it. They
Right.
can drink and movie trivia to varying degrees of success on each.
well, the second match though, you got a little history of both these guys.
I sure do.
Now, everybody obviously they want that prize on your shoulder there,
Yeah.
and and there's no guys that want it more than the two guys going at it tonight,
No doubt.
and that's JTE, which you beat in singles, but he beat you in teams,
That's true.
and then Roka, who you defeated in the Ultimate Schmoedown.
I did. One of my proudest Schmoedown victories was taking down the Outlaw.
Who wins this match, man? Who wants it more?
Now you know me, I'm a betting man,
Mm-hmm.
so I've already placed my my wager with a Las Vegas bookie named Sweet Willie White Shoes.
Is he still back in town?
Yeah, he's
Good.
still doing it. So here's how this match is going to go down. It's going to go to sudden death,
Wow.
and it's going to go 15 questions deep. At which point, both competitors will simultaneously suffer a stroke.
So you're not picking a winner.
Yeah.
You're not picking
All the
one.
way.
All right.
All the way. Ends in a brutal tie.
All right, but before you get out of here, I want to ask you one last thing, though, too.
Yeah.
You had a great match with Rachel Cushing this past
Yes, I did.
Finest
competitor in this game.
You did. And now it's kind of up for grabs,
Yeah.
man. There's people, you got 48 people in that free-for-all. One of them, whoever wins, could come after you.
I know.
Yeah, there's so much. Anybody in particular that you want to see, or are you just going to play it out?
I mean, look, the fates are going to determine who I have to challenge next to keep this thing. But frankly, I'd love it to be a new face. I would love to see, like, a Dale the Dude.
Win it?
Just come out of nowhere. A fucking phoenix rising from the ashes just to be like, yeah, I'm here to play. And then the Schmoedown gets to move on to a new generation.
Well, sir, we are blessed to have you as a champion. You've been doing
And he's from
amazing
Phoenix,
job.
so it works out
Actually,
even
something
better.
Really special to see.
But we know
Yeah, I don't know what
Dale,
I'm
and
still
he
doing here. I
likes to
should've
drink in
just bowed out.
Schmoedown, so...
Well, because you're competitive and you're not going to stop.
I guess so.
Ladies
I'm
and gentlemen,
thrilled
how about
I'm
it for the champion, Sam Levine?
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. All right, so Sam, it's always great to have the champ out here.
Man, seems like a different world ago when that guy in the pink shirt beat him, the little baby vegetable, and the dog came out at the end. That was a good day.
That was a good day. Yeah, it's back when we used to be good.
Before your guys' time.
Yeah, a long time.
Before
ago.
the internet.
It's true. So look, we're having some exciting things happen here, and I can't wait for this. We'll talk about it here with the Real Rejects and Wildberries.
Yeah, the
because
Real Rejects and the Wildberries. I mean, the good news about this match is that however bad it is, somebody's going to get a W at the end of this one.
well, yeah, they kind of have to. It's kind of one of the reasons to match them together. But I mean, look, they're both. You see those records and you go, oh, I guess they'll be terrible. They're not, because if you look at what the Real Rejects, they had the Wolves of Steel, the former team of Clark Wolf and Mark Riley. They had them beat. They were nice, and they gave them a strength. They had the Wolves of Steel spun opponent's choice, and then they said, oh, you can have whatever you want. Silly.
See, they were playing our game.
Yeah, I mean, I look at John and Greg, and I look
Sort
at
of.
two competitors who complement each other, I think, a little bit better than what the Wildberries do.
Really?
Because Elliot Dewberry knows a lot about certain genres of movies, and Josh McCouga, if there's a wedge on that wheel
Couga's
right there
good.
that is
He knows the
crazy
stuff.
pants, they might have a shot.
Well, and it's also a matter if the Makuga magic comes out, because
Yeah.
look at what he just did against Sorpino.
Depends on the drinking.
He's done it in singles. In teams, we haven't seen it yet. But if the Rejects have the Makuga magic hit him, it's going to be a short night.
I think it's going to be a long match. I mean, I think this is going to go down to the
You're
wire.
probably right.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get going. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is close enough to Chorus Light. Let's kick this shit off. You guys ready?
All right. And this time, this one I've never done before, so why don't you say it with me? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Showdown! All right, the good thing is that we're gonna be able to actually hear from our competitors to see exactly what they feel about the match. Let's go to the pre-interviews. Woo! 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 What's up, El Portal?
All right. Now that we got this Schmoedown in my hometown, let me break it down on who we're going up against. Not much to say, so let's keep this shit condensed. We got a hairy berry here named Josh McCouga. A loud beer belly guy can't please his wife's vagina.
Oh, damn.
The man in the glasses hails from the ETC. Tries to act all tough, but he's from the fucking OC. Man, you think you got a chance, Mr. Wildberries? Well, tell McCougar there's more movies past the 1980s. After this match, your team is dead. Writing up your obituaries as we put you to bed. Elliot, you might have beat us way back in our very first match. Lost to a question about Tango and Cash. We'll consider this our official rematch. Live it up while you can, because we're going to knock you out in a flash. Johnny, make it a quickie.
All right. First, let me see some hands right now. That's what I need. All right. Check it out. Yeah. From the YO YouTube to the El Portal, I got a few bright ideas for how this all shakes out. Now let me break this thing down for the Reject Nation. We are here, we are hungry, and we're low on patience. Wildberries, it's hilarious. You think that you'll bury us fairy dust. I play the hero because you're looking nefarious. Got various areas of movie trivia to carry us. Let me prep your swan song on the world's smallest Stradivarius.
Love them.
All right, let's see what we got.
So good.
Let's see Wildberries.
They're just gonna shout and they don't have to do anything.
Planning is for losers.
I have never scripted anything.
Winners show up with nothing prepared.
Just shirts to sell in the lobby.
Shirts to sell. El Portal Theater, North Hollywood. How the fuck are you tonight? Wild. 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 That's what I like to hear.
Now listen, okay? I don't know how to rhyme things.
I don't know how to go on stage sober.
I may have drunk, whatever the grammar is, whiskey backstage. Whoops-a-daisy.
We might have lost all the matches we've played in.
Ooh, or bad. But did that stop you from buying sweet t-shirts like the ones we're wearing?
It didn't. It didn't. They're flying off the shelves. I've seen the numbers.
These are the Star Wars of t-shirts.
We are the people's champions.
You
You see the red, the white,
Sounds
the
pretty
blue.
good to me.
I'm wearing this because we play for the common man, not the corporate shills backstage at Schmoedown Tower, driving their limousines. I got here in a Toyota Camry, like everyone else,
And a Honda Civic.
and a Dodge Stratus.
And don't make fun of my wife.
That was really mean. I am from Orange County, and it's gotten a lot better.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Are we gonna win tonight?
I don't know.
Are we gonna have fun tonight? Yes.
That's make an 80s reference because he made fun of me about being old. Are we gonna Wang Chung tonight?
Everybody's going to Wang Chung tonight. And that's all I have to say.
I don't want to jump the mic because it looks really expensive. Let's throw down.
All right, so we heard from the competitors on a pre-taped segment.
That was some of the most impressive holograms. They look so much
good.
like the real people.
Yeah, it was like going back to Comic-Con and watching that Blade Runner.
I felt like I was seeing 4 sweaty humans right in front of my eyes.
Well, we're getting ready for it. Okay, so
This
let's
VR
go to
is
the tail
so
of the tape
real.
here. We've got the real rejects who have 90s movies, action movies, and making fun of people's wives' privates, apparently. That's something. And then you've got the Wildberries, 80s movies. You've got action movies and drinking uncontrollably until they pass out in the alleyway signing autographs.
They are very good.
The
at
realm
that.
of chaos.
And judging from the crowd, I mean,
Seems
you get everybody
appropriate.
hyped before the show. It seems like the crowd is more with the Wildberries
Yeah.
than they are with
We're gonna
the
see.
real rejects. But it's going to be anybody's game. And I think
One
going
guy,
into
woo!
this, I think the real rejects are the slight favorite. And I just checked with Las Vegas. Josh McCouga is now 5-1 odds to fall off the stage at some point tonight.
And because I did it once a little early, I'll do it twice again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown! Introducing first.
Terrible. They're coming out the Fergie's freaking.
Greg and John!
It's perfect though. It's so them. Perfect.
There they are, coming through. Greg doesn't have a
Greg.
shirt on. Greg has no shirt on. As you see him in the back there, he's coming up
Dude
from
is
the
fit
crowd.
now.
And you see, look, he's got no shirt on.
Christian, they don't really seem sure as to how they get to the stage.
No, he's walking, he's coming through, he's piping, they're hyping up the crowd.
Is he going to throw his shirt into the crowd or keep it for after the program?
I don't know, I think he's drawn abs on himself.
I think he's actually illustrated abs onto his own naked body.
I mean, the song themselves, look, they're ready to go. As you see, they're trying to figure out getting up on the stage here.
Okay, Greg finds the steps okay.
Oh, Trump is looking at John, very agile. Separate tables, gentlemen.
I did
Separate
that
tables.
because I lost weight from my promo picture.
Let's get you at separate tables for the first round.
That's right. Thank you for disgracing America with that national anthem. Right. Wow.
I don't even know what's happening. All right.
He's been a faithful husband for 10 years, boys. Good luck with that.
All right, here we go.
We both did. How do you think I got here, boys?
And their opponents.
We deserve another match.
We deserve all the berries. None of the belts, all the men.
With the records
I want to sit on
of no wins, 2 defeats from the realm of chaos, the Wild Man, Josh Makuga, and Elliot the Mountain Dewberry, the Wildberries.
Christian, they have emerged with their trademark racing suits and their trademark alcohol. It appears to be some sort of drinking apparatus that they are bringing to the stage. I see a handle of Jack Daniels. I don't know if that's going to be going into the drinking
No,
apparatus.
they're coming out to a fan-made song. There was a fan who made a theme song for the Wildberries.
Getting a lot of high fives.
Wildberries, very popular team as they come out and hit the stage here.
It's a good song.
The real
Will
rejects.
Makuga do the dance?
I don't know, where's the dance? Where's the dance?
Oh,
Wait, they're doing a
this
beer
is the
bong.
apparatus I was referencing earlier. That's an actual beer in a beer bong.
Beer bong, in their beer bong.
Elliot Dewberry stuck that down.
Dewberry's got it.
Very impressive.
No
work.
dance from Makuga. No dance from Makuga. Yeah.
Very impressive work. They're not done yet. They have another
Wait,
apparatus.
what do they have? Oh, we got a slingshot. There's a slingshot for the Wildberries. Oh wait, this is going to be a disaster. Right?
Oh, wow. This is gonna hurt. This is
gonna
gonna
work?
hurt.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
It's a t-shirt slingshot. He shoots.
Oh,
He
no! He got him. He caught it.
right in the gut.
Yeah, that's a Wildberry t-shirt, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
There it
The
is.
same guy got it twice.
There it is, and he
There it goes.
throws it.
Oh, he got it. Okay, look. There's firing it back. The Wildberries are whatever that was. Look
We
at
gotta
this.
invest in those.
Okay.
All right, so the Wildberries still, they're not done.
T-shirt
They're not
cannon.
done. One more shirt. One more shirt.
Although the slingshot, very nice.
All right, so here we go. The Wildberries sit at the opposite table, gentlemen. All right, here we go. Interesting and entertaining to say the least. All right, Mark, give them round number 1. How does it work?
In round number 1, there is a strict law on live Schmoedowns for shooting t-shirts into the crowd. The Wildberries are now starting with -5 points. But in round number 1, and I will remind, because this is a live show, if any member of the crowd says the answer verbally
Amy
before
Adams.
we actually ask for it from the competitors, you will not only disqualify the question, you will be asked to leave, and you will not get a picture with TV's Mark Ellis after the event.
All right,
Show 'em the
well,
Carfax.
The only words you're allowed to scream out during the competition is clearly Wildberries.
All right, so with that being said,
You're one person right there.
real rejects.
Hold on, wait, hold on. I got.
He's got something in his pocket.
What do we got?
For something in his
It's a great
pocket.
bit, Josh.
What do you got?
Oh, thank you. All right.
hell
the
yeah.
judge. Bribing the judge. All right, for you, Mark. With that bribery done,
Back out of the red, we're in the black. Let's go.
real rejects, are you ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
I watched White Chicks this week. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Wildberries, are you ready?
Bad Boys 2.
Then let's get ready
To
to
Schmoedown. I forgot we're playing
Come
along.
on, Marco. Round 1, here we go. Gentlemen, in the category of animated,
It's always animated first.
you'll find the villainous and greedy Governor Ratcliffe in what Disney film?
Christian, this Coors Light tastes like fruit cologne.
Well, it's been sitting in his jacket for a month.
It's pretty gross.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Competitors, make sure to answer, because we can't see the boards here. John, what do you got?
The Great Mouse Detective?
Nope.
Great answer, but
Pocahontas.
because that's what Chris Gillespie, the writer, loves that movie. Elliot Dewberry.
No.
Ratatouille is incorrect. Makuga.
I was going to write Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
That is incorrect. And Greg.
It's definitely Ratatouille, I think.
No, I'm sorry, we're looking for Pocahontas.
Great. This is going great. This is the match you came here for.
Pocahontas. No,
If you guys wanted correct answers, you're in the wrong place.
Your next category comes from the world of comedy.
Woo! This is Makuga.
This action star stole the show, playing Super Agent Rick Ford opposite Melissa McCarthy in 2015's movie Spy.
Good movie. I got a kick out of this.
I enjoy these spy. I like spy movies in general. Who's your favorite spy?
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, Spy Hard.
4,
I don't know how to spell his last name.
1. Pens down, and Elliot.
Jason Statham.
Correct. Greg. Greg.
Oh, yeah. Jason Statham.
Got it.
Yeah, we got a point.
Makuga.
My wife really likes some Jason Statham.
Got it. And John.
Show the board.
You didn't show the board.
Hey, show the board, Makuga.
Yasan Statham.
You got it. Okay.
You put Jason. I just
I'm
want to make
actually,
that
you
clear.
know, one thing I am going to ask the crowd to do, because of Mark and I, very different from the shows, we can't see the answers. So if somebody like JTE later on cheats, then make sure that you call it out and say,
Or
wait a minute,
Roca. Or Roca.
Or Roca doesn't
Or
write anything.
Makuga.
Roca never writes anything down. So
I'm gonna write all my answers in the bottom right.
all right, here we go.
Come
Next
at me,
question.
bro.
In the category
Just did.
of dramas. Who plays Christian Grey in the 50 Shades series? Getting a boo for that.
Are they booing the trilogy?
They're booing the movie.
I don't
They should
remember
boo
his
you
last
because
name.
This gentleman loves
That is
the
not.
50
That is a
Shades trilogy.
false. That is a.
He was so excited to see it.
Yeah, to watch a train crash.
Damn, I don't remember his last name.
4, 3, 2,
Don't remember
1.
his
Greg.
name.
I lost to him in the callback, Jamie Dornan.
Correct.
Damn it.
Makuga.
I did get his last name. I couldn't remember his first name.
follows me, Jamie Dornan.
Correct. John.
Mr. John Humphrey, Jamie Dornan.
That's
Dornan.
right.
Blah.
Elliot.
Fuck you guys.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't have it.
We're in the
I
lead.
put the Huntsman because he is in
He
Once
is.
Upon a
It's
Time.
all right,
very
baby.
true.
You got
He
it.
does
Real
play the
Rejects
Huntsman.
has the lead 4-3. Your
AKA
next-
the sheriff
next
of
Your next category comes
Storybrooke.
from the world, sorry Josh, of horror thriller. Horror thriller.
They're not fun.
Your question is, what M. Night Shyamalan film
Yes, I see.
is about creatures that attack in the woods, starring Joaquin Phoenix, Adrian Brody, and Bryce Dallas Howard? You know I got to sit next to Makuga when we saw it.
I thought you were going to say Bryce Dallas Howard. That would have been more exciting.
Is she wearing heels?
You know what? I was going to go for that one first, and I messed it.
You set me up and I knocked it out of the park.
4, 3, 2.
Wait. No.
Hands
Makuga,
down.
no, Makuga, no, that does not count.
It's all right. I think you got it wrong anyway. It's fine.
What did you get, Makuga? What'd you have? Stop that.
The visitors, but then he changes to the village.
No, you just changed it at the end there. You changed it
I
at the
did
end.
to the village.
No.
It doesn't say village,
It
man.
says
No, you're still writing.
VILLAGE.
These are Roman numerals. You can't do that.
Stop talking. You did not get it.
No points awarded.
John.
The Village.
Real- John got it. Elliot
I didn't know. I put the
didn't
hat.
have it. And Greg.
The village.
Got it. Okay. All right.
I think
You
you
get
should
a
challenge it. It would make a better show.
Yeah, everyone wants to see what a challenge looks
You
like
wanna
on the other
challenge
end.
I see the Villa Grave.
Josh, do you want to use your team's challenge?
You want a
right
challenge
now?
on that chicken scratch?
Don't do it.
Yep, I'll give you 5 seconds
VISLA.
to challenge. 5,
I think we should let the crowd
4,
decide who wins.
3, 2. No challenge from Makuga. He said no. All right. All right. So then, right now we got 6-3.
I can tell you this, the challenge would not have been rewarded because it wasn't the question of did he have the answer right. We had called time. He kept writing, therefore illegal answer.
Right. It wasn't a matter that he had it. It was a matter that he wrote it towards the end.
I am a tax attorney during the
It's
day.
a matter of the fact that the movie was okay.
Competitors, don't forget about your JTE rule. All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Next
so you could have
question.
dragged it
Next
out.
question.
He does it too.
Action adventure. Which 2016 film does Ben Affleck play a math savant?
Ben Affleck, real up and down time in Hollywood.
Can you repeat the question? I will use a JTE.
Yes. In what 2016 film does Ben Affleck play a math
I already
savant?
wrote it down.
Oh, bang, girl.
Ben Affleck, real up and down.
Have you seen this movie?
I have.
It really is.
Nate made me watch it.
I saw this movie because Travis made me watch it.
Get it?
5,
What?
4,
It's good though.
3,
It is good.
Luke is starting to
I
get
did
nervous.
enjoy it.
1.
That's what YouTube comments sound like, guys.
Pens down. Pens down. And John.
It's not the informant.
Not the informant. Elliot. The accountant is correct. Greg.
I got the accountant.
That is correct. And
The accountant.
that is correct.
He wrote it in time, got the point. We are tied at
No, we're
6.
not.
For the
It's
record, I
it's
just couldn't think of the
7-5.
word.
It's 7-5. It's for 7-5.
There's nothing wrong with the points.
The board is the correct score is 7-5.
The official score is 7-5. We're ready to move on.
That's
Your
all right,
next
that's all right.
category comes from the world of comic book movies. Comic book movies. January Jones and Kevin Bacon perform the villain roles in what superhero movie?
Did you have to write the thing? Because I did the exact same thing too.
Well, I thought you were going to say what X-Men.
Right, and then that's why I had to say it at the
X-Men
end.
First Class.
Kuga.
Mad Men 2, X-Men First Class.
Do you have it? He had it. And John.
I wrote Days of Future Past.
Oh, John misses it. John misses it.
2 that I
So
knew
right
I
now-
didn't get right.
So that
Which
makes
I
the
liked
Wildberries
X-Men
win.
First
Oh, there's
Class
the dance.
over
There's
Days
the
of Future
dance.
Past.
Me
lead,
too.
buddy.
8-7.
I enjoyed
Real
First Class
Rejects have
a
a
lot.
1-point lead here as we get to our next question.
Damn you, Brian
Fantasy
Singer.
Sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Name the actor that played John Carter in Disney's John Carter.
He went to Mars. Did you know that? Like Elon Musk.
I don't know how to spell his last
I don't know how to
name.
spell his last name either.
We're all going there next year.
I'm gonna
guys.
spell it
Five,
phonetically,
five,
I guess.
4, 3,
I think there's an L in there somewhere,
Greg.
or an S.
Taylor Kitsch.
That is correct. What, Taylor, how do you spell that?
Kitsch. Kitsch.
Oh, I'm missing the S.
No, not Taylor. How do you spell the last name?
Kitsch, though. It's like hitch.
Yeah,
Kitsch.
Kitsch.
Yeah, if you got
It's phonetic.
Okay,
It would
Yeah.
work.
Taylor Kitsch.
Okay. John.
Taylor Kitsch.
And Duke.
Also Taylor Kitsch.
There you go. Okay, everybody
There
got
we
it
go.
right. 10-9. 10-9.
This is so intense.
Christian, we have 2 categories left in round 1.
Gambit.
Nobody's going to throw a perfect game here where you would have gotten an extra question just for you, but I got to say, I'm very impressed with the real rejects and
of
Wildberries
course.
thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, it's only
2
1
questions
point.
remain in round
point.
1.
Competitive game.
Your next question, your last question in this round. Famous actors and actresses.
Ooh, I love celebrities.
These are famous people that Christian got a selfie with at the Critics' Choice Awards.
A bird.
In which film? In which film does Tom Hanks play the character Jimmy Dugan? How many people did he get a selfie with that night? Is it over?
Just leave me alone.
Jimmy Dugan.
Here, wait, did somebody feed you before the match?
Yeah, someone actually has a shirt. Someone
The
actually
funniest one was the
shirt.
blurry Patrick Stewart walking by.
All right, Makuga got it wrong. 5, 4.
Come out,
3,
wave your little hat,
2,
I'm just
and go
going.
back in the dugout.
Damn it! I forgot his name was that.
Correct.
I fail.
I had the bird.
I
Oh, miss. And Elliot.
Flash?
No, and Greg.
The best one, Lady Killers.
So Makuga ties it up. Makuga ties the game up. 10-10. The Wildberries go into the
I'm
second
horrible with
round nicely.
Loved in the 6th inning when you stretched your balls for an hour. Well, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Round number 2. Ladies and gentlemen,
I love
round
League
number
of Their
2,
Own.
we're gonna
I
have
love
somebody
League of Their Own
from
too, but man, I freaking suck at names.
From the crew. I hope
That's the thing is, man, I suck at names too sometimes, and other ones are just, they're ingrained. I don't have to think about them. Yeah.
Team is going to get a spin
You know, there's-
at the mystical wheel of fate.
Names
That
get me.
wheel,
We were the favorites because you wanted to see us walk out last.
That's probably the truth. Wildberries would not. So you guys can real rejects. You can go first, or you can defer. It's up to you.
And somebody died.
Should we go first or second? What you guys thought? First, okay.
All right. So
Wanna spin
really,
it, John?
make sure, John, make sure you spin from the actual wheel and not the pegs, please.
grab the wheel like you would your best lover.
Give it a good spin. There it is.
The spin is in.
How will the spin?
A good spin. What's it gonna land on?
I noticed Greg
Come on,
Alba kept his
send
shirt
us.
on for that one.
Uh-oh. And it's gonna go to comic book movie.
Comic book movies.
You guys want to stay with comic
Deep
movies?
cuts
Wearing a
now, though.
Batman
They're gonna
hat,
ask the
dude.
audience, and it's gonna be like Price is Right. It's 500. It's 500. I'm gonna go with 500. You know.
Sandra Bullock.
We'll stay.
They're gonna stay.
They're gonna
Comic
stay.
book movies.
Your first question in the world of comic book movies. In The Dark Knight Rises, once Bane takes control of Gotham City, Commissioner Gordon has a sentencing trial. Which Dark Knight trilogy villain serves
Scarecrow.
as the judge of that
Jonathan
trial? We
Crane.
need the name of the
I couldn't
character.
think of his last name.
The name.
AKA.
Comic book character name.
Yes.
That would be 1, 2, 3.
Jonathan Crane, the Scarecrow.
2 points.
2
for the Rejects.
points.
They go 12-10. Next question, Mark.
Sounding like the
Six
Mormon
questions.
Tabernacle Choir. Your next question. The world of comic book movies. What Western star played Clark Kent's father in 1978's Superman?
I see his face. I don't know. I'm not good with westerns.
You'll.
No, I don't think.
I
No.
can provide that. Is it A, Gene Autry, B, Glenn Ford, C, Henry Fonda, or D,
James Gardner?
It's not James Garner.
Henry Fonda?
Funny.
I don't know.
Glenn Ford? I'm gonna go
Five.
C.
It's Glenn Ford.
Incorrect. Henry Fonda.
It's probably Gene
Okay, so
Autry.
for the steal,
Me?
you are correct. I have no idea
Can you name that name?
what B
Who was
was.
B? Who was B, Dewberry? Who was B?
12-11. 12-11.
The magic of multiple choice. You
Question
just got to
3.
get the right letter.
Question
it was
3.
Glenn Ford. And question 3. In the Avengers, what S.H.I.E.L.D. agent does Black Widow say first brought her into the fold?
Hawkeye.
Olsen.
That is incorrect. We go to a possible 2-point steal.
Was it Hawkeye?
I'm gonna
I
go.
guess because like he's under control and she talks him.
Incorrect. We're looking for Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Because she was talking about
No one remembers
how
Hawkeye.
he was taken to, or he was
Next
on a
question.
mission to
Poor
go
guy's
kill her,
married,
and he
doesn't get to
didn't
see
kill
a
her,
lot of
and he
people.
brought her
I'm
over.
right here. Your next question.
We're killing this category. Right? Yeah.
In the movie Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer,
One I haven't seen.
what was the first character to actually speak to
come
the
on.
Silver Surfer? Who?
Johnny Storm.
Who was the first character
Johnny
to actually
Storm.
speak to the Silver Surfer?
Because he catches up with him.
That is incorrect for 2 points and a steal. Wildberries.
Flaming Torch.
Incorrect.
No, that's correct.
Is that?
That's correct.
Human Torch. These are
not his
Flaming
name,
Torch.
though.
That's not his name.
That's not his name.
That's I challenge it. I challenge
Challenge
it.
it.
Challenge it.
It's the
It was
Human
Johnny Storm.
Torch. It's not the
The
Flaming
Human Torch was denied our banquet.
Challenge on the board. Challenge on the board from the Real Reject.
It's gonna be an easy one. That's not his name.
Yeah, that's not his name. But yes, it was Johnny Storm. Because he like.
All right, we're
yeah,
coming
he
back
catches
from the
up to-
challenge here, and the Real Rejects are correct. It is the Human Torch. It will not count. Take away the 2 points.
Still a better answer
from
than what
the
they did.
Wildberries.
It was
The
a
Real
good
Rejects win, and they still have their challenge. They still have their challenge. All right,
You'd have done the
question
same.
Question 5.
Russians.
2 questions left. We want to thank all our fans who flew in from Russia here today.
We're pulling here.
2 questions left, and Christian, I have to point this out. Please. After a tied round 1, a comic book movies, you'd think he's wearing a Batman hat, they're going to do well in this. They only have a 1-point
Well, they've been going
lead.
for the big shot. They didn't go multiple choice. But let's see. That's the next question.
Your next question
That's
is,
where we get
who
you.
played the nefarious Neville Sinclair in the 1991 comic book
Timothy
film
Dalton.
Rocketeer?
I knew that name sounded familiar, but I knew that.
We were thinking more like MCU, DCU. Let's go with multiple
Is
choice.
it A, Roger Moore? Is it B, Pierce Brosnan? Is it C, George Lazenby? Or is it D,
All
Timothy
James
Dalton?
Bonds.
Timothy Dalton.
5, 4,
D.
2, 1.
Pierce Brosnan.
It's Timothy Dalton, you idiot!
1 point for the Wildberries.
Wow.
1 point.
Kuga.
1 point for the Wildberries.
Drinking the very beer that he provided to me.
Makuga knew it.
It's not looking good, right?
Makuga playing
Rocketeer's a
mind
great film.
Well, that
Now let's get into
It is
the
a
also
great
film.
played
Rocketeer's a
this
fantastic
This is the
film.
true definition of America's team.
Okay,
All right.
it is a tied game.
Tie game.
The Real Rejects have one more question in round 2 before
damn.
the Wildberries have a spin of the wheel. Your last question in round 2.
Here we go.
In Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, Donnie created anti-mutagen to defeat the mutant
Donuts.
Shredder created. In what junk food did the turtles hide
I don't
the
remember that movie.
anti-mutagen to trick their enemies into eating it?
Donuts.
2
Your
points.
donuts made me go
The
nuts.
real reject score.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that was
answer, and I
relevant
love
then
that.
and
All right,
so-
at the
Two of
Two of
beginning.
those movies, yeah.
Wow.
So at the end of their spin, the Real Rejects still have a lead, 14-12, and the Wildberries have a chance to spin here. And what will they get? Again, guys, you guys go ahead and spin. Remember, spin from the wheel, not the pegs. And
Donuts!
Give it a spin. Here we go.
The ritualistic pre-fight donut.
There it goes. As Ken Knapsack says, the spin is
No
in.
whammies, no 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 whammies.
No whammy.
It is
Come
still
on.
spinning.
Such a good spin.
It could be Sandra Bullock, Christian. It's comedy.
Comedy.
It's good.
You guys want comedy?
It's good.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
Sticking with comedy, Makuga?
We'll take it.
All right. All right, comedies. Here we go. First question in the realm of comedies.
See how we do with comedies this time?
Who played Uncle Fester in 1991?
Christopher Lloyd.
The
Christopher Lloyd.
2 points.
Yep.
I had to think for
rot.
I had to think of it there for a second.
What Leslie Nielsen family comedy ended with a disclaimer that it was not meant to be an accurate portrayal of a nearsighted or blind people?
Mr. Magoo.
Yep, Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo.
2 points.
They're on fire. They're
Yeah.
on fire.
Ho 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 ho.
Who played the title character in The Incredible Burt Wonderstone?
Jim.
Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Carell, yeah.
They can't be
Yeah.
stopped, Christian.
Jim Carrey pops out because he's like the most eccentric one in that damn
Question
movie.
4. In what comedy does Jim Gaffigan get meowed at by a police
Super
officer?
Troopers.
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers.
2 points.
Christian, I have never seen the Wildberries as a
I will
juggernaut.
always
Maybe
let
that's
you
pretty good,
respin.
huh?
All
What
right.
a turn of events that was.
Who played the Stranger, a mysterious one-legged character the band meets at a diner in Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny?
Tim Robbins?
Multiple choice.
I
Thank
don't
you.
remember.
A. Tim Robbins. B. Ben
Tim
Stiller.
Robbins.
C. John C. Riley. D. Meatloaf.
See, they could have just picked everybody in the movie.
I know, but like in different parts of the movie.
Because I-
John C. Reilly.
That's incorrect.
I was so trashed when I saw this movie.
That's big.
1
That's a
point.
big
Drunken
point.
Recall. E equals MC
Stopping that
Hammered.
momentum a little bit.
Okay.
Beer Fest. It's on Netflix.
Angeles, guys.
All right. Last question here, guys. Who played Gulliver in 2010's Gulliver's Travels?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
2 points.
He changed it.
2
He
points.
changed
Jack
it.
Black, is that what he said?
No, that is
He
He
started
changed
with
it.
Jack
He
Black,
could change
that's
it.
Correct.
No, but
No, you
no,
could change it.
incorrect. And
He said
the,
Jack Black.
Change it.
Real Rejects have a chance
If
to
they
steal.
gave like, oh,
he said
then
shit, sorry,
you-
Jack Black.
yeah, that was
I did say
like
Jack
still
Black.
finger on the
Well, I said Jack
palm.
Black. I'm not going to give. I mean,
He already answered Jack White. We're saying Jack.
Jack Black. All right.
Did
The
they
ruling on hand is that they missed it. Did you say the answer? Then they can't. Then they can't. Then
Hey
they
kids,
can't
if
grab
you're out
it.
there watching,
The
we don't
correct way to
condone
rule
underage
this,
drinking.
if
He
an announcer
corrected himself
mistakenly
as soon
says
as
the
he said
answer,
it.
due
Very
to the
true,
laws,
but
the
he
real
said
There was like
rejects are
no
allowed to
time
have
for
a
him to
steal
get
of a
any sort of
question.
like,
So we will read a
oh.
comedy question just for the real
Yeah.
rejects.
Yes. All right. Okay, here you go.
I'm glad I'm in town for this match.
All right, yeah, exactly. So for the steal,
We're having a
guys,
great time.
For the steal, this is for a steal. What inept detective was played by Peter Sellers, Alan Arkin, and Steve Martin?
Pink Panther or
Inspector Clouseau.
Inspector Clouseau. Yeah, you're right.
2 points.
2
I was like,
points.
Pink Panther.
Gets the steal
Inspector
anyway.
Clouseau.
2017.
That is a huge,
But
huge
look at
steal.
this. Back and
Apparently
forth
Elliot's
we
a big
go.
Alan
Mike
Arkin
Strips
played
Back
Inspector
and forth we
Clouseau?
go in the first round.
I need to look into that.
Yeah, you do.
It was tied. Then
I know Steve
Wildberries
Martin,
had a nice
and then of
lead.
course Peter
Technically,
Sellers.
Roger Moore did
Get to
too.
Round number 3. Mark, how's round 3 work?
Round 3 works
Look it
like
up.
this. The Wildberries are the only team that can defeat the Wildberries.
Unless there was like a cartoon version,
In round
and they did
3,
voiceover
each
for it.
Possible.
team is. We are going to need a series of numbers ranging from 1 to 20
When he's, like, doing the
from
little
each
dance.
team. We're going to start with the Wildberries for your 3
Hey, Kevin,
numbers.
for
You
little
are in the lead by
girls.
3.
69, dude.
69,
what else?
dude.
Oh, it's between 1 and 20. Yeah, 6'9",
He was making a
420.
joke.
6920.
Yeah, 6'9", 13.
That makes no sense. What, so what? Wait, what did they
I believe
what,
it's 6, 9, and 13.
6, 9, and 13.
6, 9, and 13 is what we're giving.
All right, 6, 9, and 13. And we get the real rejects.
1.
1.
18.
18.
10.
1, 18, and 10 for the rejects. Rejects are going to start here. All right, real rejects.
Can we just say thanks to everybody that came out? We really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Really do. Both of us, real rejects, Wildberries.
All right, guys.
Whole nation.
We're going to start here with the real rejects. Category 1. You guys, category 1, and that's the realm of 70s movies. 70s movies. Who's going to take it?
I'll take it.
All right, Greg's going to take it. All right, John, you cannot answer. Here we go.
He like turns
All
around.
right, for the
He missed
two-pointer.
it.
70s movies.
John like spun around.
What's the name of Luke's aunt in Star Wars?
Everyone's gonna hate me.
Peru.
What is it?
Repeat the question.
Brenda from 90210.
Repeat the question. Aunt Peru.
Peru.
Rachel Cushing.
Not even a good guess. Peru. Peru was the answer.
Peru.
So now we jump.
Lars?
Now we jump to category 18, which is a three-pointer. Three-pointer.
Tell
to
your,
tie the game here.
what did he say? Tell your uncle not to tell you that your father is Darth Vader.
Hey, you shut up it with the shut up it.
Charlie Sheen movies.
Charlie Sheen.
In Men at Work, Carl and James dream of owning what kind of shop?
A surfboard or surf shop. Surf shop. Surf.
Where's the Men at Work questions when we're there,
I
man?
know, come on.
5, 4.
Sporting goods store.
That kind of counts.
Yeah, but it's more.
Surfing is a
place on the
sport
beach,
for which
bro.
sporting goods are
But
sold.
it's specific.
It's
Surfing.
specific as the
Surfing.
surf
All right,
shop,
so
though.
when it comes down to this, this could be
I'm
a
not gonna
TKO.
lie, I forgot.
Rejects need to hit this, or the
I forgot.
Wildberries will win.
I forgot, and I would have been so angry if that was my question. And it would have been because I go second usually.
Yeah, usually, and I would have been sitting there like,
Damn, man, my memory is just terrible.
All right, here we go, guys. 5 points. 5 points to throw it back and avoid the TKO. Category of directors. Directors.
Many films have them.
What famous thriller director wrote the screenplay for the 1999 family film Stuart Little?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Wow. 5 points.
Damn.
5 points.
We got ourselves a game
The
now.
Wildberries need to hit the 2 to tie it, but they have 2 opportunities to win the game here.
I never knew that.
Okay, here we go.
I didn't know that either.
To tie the game for the Wildberries.
That's what happens.
Nobody needs a
Knowledge
chair
just
Here we go. Here we go, guys.
You
sometimes
guys
isn't
very
in your
jokingly
wheelhouse.
selected the number 69. We all had a good laugh. Now,
I'm still laughing.
the bill comes due with the number 6. Corresponds to the category up here of comic book movies.
Oh my.
Elliot,
I'll take it.
Elliot's taking it.
I'll take it.
Elliot's gonna take it. Here's your question, Elliot. In Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, we see Peter Parker deal with 3 different villains. Name 2 of them.
The
Venom
Goblin, Venom,
and
Sandman.
Sandman.
Peru. The Green Goblin.
He's the new Goblin. He's just the Goblin.
2
But
points. 2 points. Tied.
So at least we're going to sudden death. If they miss the
technically
next
Harry
2.
was the Green Goblin in the comics, so
How many challenges did we get?
still, like the toys said like
They never called
new
the
Goblin
Hobgoblin,
or
don't say
the
that, it's
Goblin.
very
It didn't
much.
say
Fake
Green
news, fake
Goblin.
news.
I really wanted to see the Hobgoblin in the
Are you
series,
challenging
but
it?
whatever.
What's the challenge?
It could come back.
It wasn't.
We challenge that still?
Yeah, it's not called the Green
I'd
Goblin.
like to challenge that now, yeah, because it's new Goblin, not Green Goblin.
I'm telling you, it was on the toys. It was on the marketing.
Mark Andraco.
Mark
causing a fit.
Andraco.
Mark and Draco. It's the new Goblin. It's not the Green Goblin.
We're
Coming back again after we've had an actual comic book expert on the table. The Real Rejects will win the challenge.
I knew it. Yes.
And it is credited.
But would
it is
you
credited
challenge
in the
it if
IMDb,
they said-
In IMDb, it is credited as New Goblin.
If I was
not
at
Green
that
Goblin.
point where it's like,
So now we throw to the Wildberries.
Those
so now
points
they have
matter?
a
Hell yeah.
three-pointer to potentially win the
Yeah,
game.
but they could win this
Here we go.
game with their 2.9,
Famous
3.8
guitar
anyway.
solos
if they
in
miss the
movies.
next
Who
two, they
plays
win.
the
That's why it
undersea
makes
dance
sense
guitar
to
Michael J.
block them.
Fox.
Here we go.
And they still
Here
have
we
their
go.
challenge
Josh
too.
Makuga
Yeah.
The challenge.
It was a good call, man.
Yeah.
is 9, the same as your current blood alcohol level.
Thank you working in the toy section
Your
at Target.
question corresponds to the
Nobody bought
category
'em, but
of
new
Leonardo
Goblin.
DiCaprio.
That screwed us.
I only
Get
know
this.
that I like his face, not his movie.
You'll have 20
His
seconds
movies
to
are
answer this.
great.
If you get this correct,
Some of them.
your team,
Ah,
the
all of them.
Wildberries, will win the game. Like Christian said, due to the nature of the question, you get
They're like,
20
who is the
seconds,
director
not
of
15.
so and so? It's like,
Here it is.
much.
For
It's a
the
long
win.
one.
I need to concentrate for a second. Okay, go ahead.
Name 3 of the 5 films that Leonardo DiCaprio has done with director Martin Scorsese.
The Departed.
The Departed, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Gangs of New York.
That's 3. There's others.
There are others, and I can't remember what they were.
5.
Hold on.
4.
Repeat the question.
I can do that?
The
Your
Departed,
question is,
Wolf of Wall
The
Street,
Aviator. And
The Aviator, yep. And then I don't remember what the 5th one was.
5, 4, 3, 2.
repeat.
Name 3 of the 5 films that Leonardo DiCaprio has done with Martin Scorsese.
5,
What's the 5th
4,
one?
3,
Doesn't have it.
2, 1. You're out. All right.
Gangs of New York and Shutter Island.
Shutter Island,
yeah.
damn
Wall
it.
Street.
All right, so now we're in a different situation.
Hey, at least we
Now-
got to the final question.
Now we get to the 5-pointer. If the Wildberries hit it,
good match.
they win.
It's a good match.
If they
It's a
miss
good
it,
match.
the real rejects will win the game. All right,
Oh my god.
Good match, guys.
Yep.
I'm glad you're all here.
here we go.
Hell of a
Final
comeback for the
question.
rejects.
Yeah. So it's good on them
Your
to
last
challenge
Great challenge
that.
choice.
From the
choices.
world
Yeah.
of dramas. And boy, is that an understatement for what's about to unfold here, Christian. The question is, what 1993 movie stars Sean Connery and Wesley Snipes as detectives who investigate a
The Glimmer
cultural
Man?
murder in a Japanese corporation?
Rising Sun?
Collaborate. You can collaborate.
The Rising Sun.
Rising Sun.
And your winners, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
Yep. They pulled that one.
Glimmer Man was that one dumbass. Casey Ryback. Steven Seagal.
Look at, they have one win under their belt.
And they go right
Play that
into the crowd,
music.
Christian.
That was a tough question, too. That was a good win.
All over the place, but Kugas disappeared into the crowd. Elliot Dewberry grinning for the camera. The real rejects, quite a match played there.
They got it. They're in there. The Wildberries celebrating. What a match. They almost blew it, though.
It was
They
their
almost
crowd.
blew it.
It was their crowd from the start. For all the support the real rejects got, the Wildberries really brought
I like the
wood
music.
when it comes to crowd audience support.
They did. The crowd was behind them. Look, that Green Goblin question there. I mean, look, that's what happened. You've got someone like Mark Andrego to help us out there. It's absolutely amazing what the Wildberries were able to do. We got a win there from the Wildberries. They're in the crowd.
Dude's got a hell of a stash
Big
in
win.
there.
It's their first win. What's going to happen? They get off stage now.
Yeah,
and
we
they're going to milk it.
They're going to keep milking it. We're going to eventually ask the
Congratulations.
Wildberries to go to their corner. Job well
There it
done,
goes. The
sir.
crowd's going nuts.
Job well done. Job well done.
Well done.
You just got sanitized.
Jesus got sanitized.
Wildberries very popular. Very
Crowd
popular.
loving it.
That was a good
They
win.
did it. They
Loving
did
it.
it. With that 5-pointer, winning it with Rising Sun, but they just Makuga couldn't pull the answers, and now they're gonna hit the bottom of the stage there.
They're going to Prina. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn it over live. The first time that we have ever been able to do this, we have the incredible Jen Sturger. We'll be interviewing both the winners and the losers. Jen, the floor is yours.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? They're happy, you're not. Oh, God, real rejects. That was a really, I mean, you lived up to your name.
We tried to.
That was a really, really tough match, guys. Some things didn't go your way. What were you thinking going through those challenges in the end?
It was kind of shocking how we knew all three of their last questions.
Yeah.
And then we even knew majority of their comedy questions, so it was like, wow, we just really lucked out once more.
I was thinking that whenever Greg asked to spin again, we should do that.
Yeah, you guys hit the comic book movies, and
Oh my god, here it comes. I feel it. Yeah, shame.
I
Full
mean,
shame.
I would roast you, but we're in front of a nice crowd.
No, it's okay, you can roast me. That's what the Schmoedown's for.
No, but that was a really tough call in the second round.
Yeah.
What happened with the comic book meltdown?
I've seen the Schmoedown before. They do comic book movies, and I think the average thought is, oh, we're probably going to get some MCU or DCU movies. And then right when we went with it, I'm like, oh wait, there's actually a pretty good amount of comic book movies we haven't.
The Phantom.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, that's a comic book movie.
So now you guys are 1-4.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Are you guys gonna stay together? What happened?
We will never split up.
There you go.
We will never split up.
Huzzah!
We've known each other since first grade, and it's gonna stay that
We're kind
way.
of in the
What we really
reject
wanted tonight
level
is,
of
the Wildberries,
wins
they're
as
0-2.
well.
We just wanted them to have one on their record.
One,
That's
two.
so kind of
We
you.
like to
We're not
pride
there
ourselves
yet.
on
They have like
consideration.
one win.
So who
They
do you
have
guys
one
want?
win.
We want
Yeah, but they lost 4 times. We've only lost
I feel like we're
twice.
Just give it more time.
I do a pretty good East End accent, so I think we can make that happen.
And if Christian gets what he wants and we do go up against Double Toasted like he
That
tweeted,
is my favorite.
we could be going up against them and lose to them,
No.
just like the
I
rejects
feel
did.
like we could win,
Because if you
and
look
it would
at-
be
They just called out
2-2.
the Kingsmen. Which is
Kingsmen, yep.
Yeah, the Kingsmen are a team that just, again, they
That's exciting. I want to see them take on the Kingsmen.
But they got a pop from the crowd here. I mean, they hear Kingsmen and the crowd gets excited, so clearly they have some sort of future playing a team who has literally never won a match.
Kingsmen is a good matchup for the Real Rejects for sure. And I think the Real Rejects do what the Real Rejects do. And to me, the Real Rejects, they will fight. They'll fight really hard, and they have these heartbreaking losses.
They played a hell of a match tonight. They really did. All right, but now that we've heard from the Real Rejects, now we're going to turn it over to Jen once again, who's with the winners, the Wildberries.
Mark and Christian, they're literally sweating booze over here.
I think I'm going to
right,
start
Jen,
drinking
sorry.
during our Schmoedowns. What do you think? You think that'll kick things loose?
That's
right.
Together. What are you gonna
I
do?
think we
For-
should.
First,
I think you
wanna
should for a
thank
bit,
so many people.
and then
Mostly
stop.
that guy.
No, I'm going to get
Because
hammered.
no, because then you remember you like playing, you're like, oh, I can't do this,
My
and then you
wife
stopped,
wore a
and then
jean
you were
jacket
like
with
really
Macuga on the
good.
back.
I'm going to be like Rabbit
But the
in
most
Beer
important
Fest,
person I
just
want to
like
thank is Elliot
leading him to where it's at.
That's right, and I want to thank you, Josh.
You are the legend.
You are the legend.
We won one.
We're legends.
We are legends. Bring on the Patriots. Bring on Top 10. Bring on whoever comes at us. Wolves of
The
Steel,
biggest
Giant
and
Wolves, Wolves of whoever is Wolves.
Okay, wait. I've thought about it more than a second. Maybe, Kingsman. Look out, Kingsman.
They're taking on Kingsman too.
If you have kind of a win or got close to one, but you have no wins, the Wildberries are coming for you.
That's right.
And also, if you are a part of a liquor team or something, you want to sponsor us, we will wear your patch on us like we're Tin Cup.
But seriously, who are you facing next?
I have no idea, but when they come in, they better come in hot.
Can we expect to see you guys at the free for all?
Oh, you're going to see us in the free-for-all.
Yeah, and I got a feeling it's gonna be a very wild, fruity, flavored free-for-all.
That's right.
So, crowd,
Look at this crowd, Jen Sturger. Look at this crowd. Hold on real quick, 1 second. There was a guy over there that didn't high-five me, he booed me. And I want to say, I think you're great. I love you so much. I hope that your movie...
You are very rude, sir.
I hope that your movie pass doesn't work the next time you're at an AMC. But if you need a ticket, I'll gladly buy Black Panther. All right. On 3.
1, 2, 3.
Wildberries.
That's it.
I'm taking
That's
it
it.
back.
You're welcome.
Jen Sturger, Schmoedown Nation, we owe you a big debt of gratitude. You stuck with the Wildberries this long. You came out to see us. We love you guys.
The thorn bush is getting bigger every single day.
That's what she said.
Back to you.
All right. Well, look, Christian, I'm going to say something that I watch a lot of sports. Okay.
Sure.
This is something I did not say after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, after the Warriors won the NBA championship, or after the Astros won the World Series. I'm going to say it right now. Dear God, I hope our winners are not driving themselves home.
I mean, look, that was very, very fun.
Apparently they're going to take an Uber.
They were good. They were responsible berries. Look, that was a lot of fun. It was exactly what we thought it would be. The Rejects came in here and played their hearts out. The Wildberries came out. The crowd was with the Wildberries. But the question is, though, what will be the fate of the Wildberries? Because we know that the crowd's behind them, whether it's live or whether it's behind the screen of YouTube. The fans love them, and if they can get their shit together. I mean, honestly, if they can, they both know trivia very well, and they play to the crowd and they have fun. But if they can focus in, and they want the Kingsmen too. Okay, great. So everybody wants the Kingsmen. They play the Kingsmen. Let's say they win. They get 2-2. The team division right now is open. It's open up. They have a shot. If the Wildberries can win 2 or 3, there is a strange world where we can see the Wildberries fight for the championship. That would be amazing.
It could happen. And look, the Wildberries, for them, it's not about game day. It's about every other day.
Right.
It's about committing. It's about having a steady study schedule. It's about not waking up in dumpsters day after day after day. It's about quitting their job at Denny's and really focusing on movie trivia full time. Can they do it? I think they can.
I think it's very possible. But that is the first matchup of our live show and the first video here on Collider. So guys, make sure that if you're watching at home, you subscribe,
Good
you
time.
hit the button, you do all that
We
stuff.
gotta make
Join
sure
us
we
on
make it to the next
Patreon.
one.
Become a patron today, and thank you to the live crowd watching the match
For sure.
today. Once again, guys, thank you. And make sure you tune in this Friday when these guys will see the version of John Roca versus Little Evil JTE. All right, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
So that was a hell of a match. The real Rejects using
So
those
much
challenges.
fun. See, that's when the challenge is good. And if you know it for sure, like even if you're like half know it and you're just like, nah, that doesn't sound right, you challenge it. Because, I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that your challenge is gone and you don't have your challenge anymore.
Especially so close to the end. And you're right. Like, if you saw me, I was like, well, that doesn't sound right. It wasn't the Green Goblin. It was the new Goblin. Just the Goblin. Like, it wasn't the Green Goblin. I remember that. But me, I probably would have just been like, "Rah," and not, like, threw out a challenge. And good thing you're there to make me throw out the challenge, because it's true. It is not the Green Goblin. So that was a hell of a pull for them. And then a hell of a match. It came down to the freaking final question for the freaking Wildberries, and they freaking pulled it. Rising Sun. I haven't even seen that movie. I just remember it well. Sean Connery, Wesley Snipes. I remember the music and the poster and the video cover on the VHS. But yeah, it was a fun match, and I'm really looking forward to whenever the next one does end up happening.
Yeah, and we will try our, depending on when it was. The only reason we couldn't go to this one is that situations happened and it was in the middle of the week, essentially. So.
Vanessa started a new job. She's working in television now, and it was pretty cool. We had to do that. She had to get there, and we weren't able to go to Burbank or LA for this, so it was definitely something we missed out on. Clearly, a lot of people enjoyed it, and we hope to be there for the next one. Schedules permitting, of course. So, yes. The way the Wildberries had a hell of a run, though, they had a lot of fun and hell of a lot of support, too. Everybody wants a piece of the Wildberries.
Wildberries!
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 And I do love seeing them together. They have so much fun, and Greg and John, man, I mean, it just didn't shake out their way, but clearly they know their shit when it lands their way.
It's true that it's like they know their stuff and everything, but it's just so happens the things just didn't pin out in their favor in the game. And it does happen.
Aunt Beru, Timothy Dalton, ones we know, and it would have been in our wheelhouse, but maybe that's a good thing, like...
They got M. Night Shyamalan, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, so I guess that's why the Reaction faction needs to come together, the Real Rejects and Late to the Party. Why not? We balance each other out, even though we all don't play
I would love
with
to play the Real Rejects, though.
No, I love them so much.
I do love them so much, but I would love to play them.
No, Christian has her sights set on Double Toasted.
I know, but I'm saying, like, in the future. It doesn't have to be right now. Possibly in the future, I would love to play the Real Rejects.
We need to fight by their side, not in front of them, so I'm excited to see what whatever comes our way, whatever comes the Rejects way, I hope they actually do get the Kingsmen, because I love the Kingsmen too, man. They're the William Regal of the Schmoedown, and we need to start getting them some good matches in order. So either way, thank you guys for watching our reaction for the battle between the Wildberries and the Real Rejects at the Schmoedown live. It was a hell of a thing.
And coming up on April 13th, we will be having a Schmoedown free-for-all viewing party here in Tucson, Arizona for anybody who is able to come down. We are going to have it in the heart of the UofA at No Anchovies. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to boo, we're going to cheer, we're going to say a lot of things that we don't mean because we're smoking, we're drinking, and we're viewing the free-for-all.
It's not legal here, so yeah, we're not. But either way, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a thing. Check that out. We'll have the information down for the Facebook event down below. Either way, thank you guys so much, and hit up the Patreon, kick into the party, fill the party, keep the party going at our Patreon. That gets us where we need to go, like Collider Video or throw big parties. Maybe the Wildberries will show up, probably not, but you never know who will walk through that door on April 13th. So either way, thank you guys, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party's over.
Bye.
Bye.